All right, here we are at Brengle Terrace Disc Golf Course, located in Vista, California, a city in San Diego. This is a 19-hole course up in the hills in Vista with a lot of elevation gain and quite a bit of trees to avoid towards the end of the course. Getting into hole number one, this is a par 3, about a 250-foot shot up and to the left right here. The only obstacles is to shoot one of these gaps on the left or right, or just go straight over the bush right here. Teeing off with my Wraith, actually shoot the gap perfectly. Get a really nice drive off the rip, which feels good. Cleaning up, starting with a birdie, which always feels good. Coming into hole number 2, this is a par 3, 234-foot shot. This is the closer of the basket placings. There's another placing that is a bit farther back, closer to the cars back there. But this one has a little bit of elevation and a little bit of a curve to the right. Teeing off with my Firebird, that's a little bit flippy, which is interesting, but it's always reliable, thrown to the right. It's a lot of wind to play into right here. Coming into hole number 3, this is a 340-foot shot. A little bit more elevation here, with the basket being in the tree line on the left-hand side. Protected pretty well. Towards the end, you gotta avoid the trees. Teeing off with the Wraith once again. Managed to hit the only tree that is in front of me, as usual, but we got a lucky roll and came back in bounds. Taking us up to even if we make this putt. All right, here's hole 3B. With a par 3, 430-foot shot. Straight downhill, super fun hole. Definitely one of my favorites. And I'll be teeing off with my Relativity. Super reliable disc for me. Tap it in the old birdie, bringing us back down to 1 under par. See the scores on the bottom right-hand side. Coming on into hole number 4, a 317-foot shot. A little bit more elevation. Pretty straightforward shot. Usually the wind is the biggest factor with this hole. But par 3, 317 feet right here. Teeing off with the Corvette, getting a little bit too much wind under the disc. Still goes far enough though. Hole number 5, 267 foot, par 3, which feels a lot longer because of the elevation on this hole. You can really start to see the elevation coming in. Throwing my turn, trying to play into the wind. Get a pretty good drive. Can really see the elevation on this hole. Coming into hole number 6, one of my favorite holes, 250 feet, super far downhill. Throwing up into this giant open area to the right-hand side. Trying to work with the wind here, depending on how windy it is. Makes this hole either super difficult or not too difficult, but either way, it's still super fun. Didn't throw it far enough to the right, and I'm going to be paying for that one. Luckily, this giant bush area is always there to catch your disc for you. Oh yeah, there it is. You can edit a lot of things in Adobe Premiere Pro, but you cannot edit out disappointment. Taking a double bogey on that one, and moving on to hole number 7, 260 foot downhill. Par 3. Throw on the entropy. Nice overstable putter.
Stop.
Clean sidearm birdie putt to bring us back down to even after our double bogey from the previous hole. On to hole number 8, 205 down through this wooded tunnel area, par 3. Super fun hole, super difficult hole. Almost crashed the drone right there. Throwing the entropy, got a nice tree kick, which helped me out a lot. Missing the birdie, cleaning up the par on to hole number 9, 235 feet, more or less straight uphill, shooting out of a tunnel as well with a lot of overhang. Really difficult hole. There's 2 pin positions on this one. Usually it's inside of this tree grouping on the right hand side, but the second pin position is right back here. They're both very difficult to get to. You can see how steep this area is. Making our way up to hole number 10, which is a par 3, 304 foot, more uphill shot. This one is one of the more difficult holes, especially for me. Lots of overhangs on the left. You want just a really straight shot through the middle, which is always difficult to do. And we're coming up here into this rather protected basket. Teeing off with the Wraith, trying to get a nice flip, and I grip lock it. Get some tree love, so it's not too bad. All the yoga that I don't do allowing me to stretch out real nice, get a nice clean backhand shot under the canopy. And we take a bogey on that, bringing our total to 1 over par. Here we are on to hole 11. This is another par 3, 282 foot shot. Straight over this little tree area. Trying to maintain elevation. I usually aim for this big olive tree right here. I think it's an olive tree. And then try to have the disc just die down immediately into the basket. That is right down here. Pretty tough shot if you're not left-handed or if you don't have a consistent sidearm throw. Teeing off with my Firebird. Couldn't really ask for a better shot than that. Laying up a par. Could have had a birdie. It's all right though. Hole number 12, 207-foot shot. This one has a lot of elevation towards the last 25% of the hole. It's almost straight up, but it's a 207-foot par 3 with a lot of things to avoid. As you can tell with the drone flight, I almost crashed into a few trees right here. Super challenging shot. Boom, there it is. I'll be teeing off with my Firebird once again. Been having some good drives with that, and this one was not that good. It didn't come back as far as I had hoped. I was just super stuck back there in the weeds. Another prayer shot, almost made it. Didn't quite. Taking another bogey, bringing us to 2 over. And on to hole number 13, a 266-foot shot, par 3 as well. Easiest thing to do is to throw over the trees if you're right-handed. Just a nice big hyzer shot. Throwing a destroyer. Should have thrown it a bit more to the right. Still not too bad of a shot. We're safe. We got over. That's all you can really ask for. Putting into the wind is super difficult for me. And we are on to hole 14. Another very elevated shot. 252 feet, par 3. With a lot of eucalyptus obstacles towards the end. If only there was a way to rent a koala, let him go free out here for a bit. Clear up all the eucalyptus, make it a bit easier. Teeing off with a Wraith. Got a little bit flippy on that one, but once again, the trees saved us. So maybe we don't need a koala.
Get in! Oh, please stop. Get up there. There we go, dude.
And we are at hole 15. Relatively short, 218 foot par 3. Just gotta throw under the canopy and avoid this tree right here. Nice straightforward shot. I'll be throwing my volts on this one. I get a nice throw. I put a little bit too much on it. Overshot it by, I'd say, like 40 feet. Another canopy shot. This is hole 16, 267-foot par 3. Pretty difficult hole, especially if your initial drive is not what you want it to be. It's kind of hard to get some recovery shots after a bad first drive. I'll be throwing the Volt once again. Pretty much same shot as last hole. I'll take a par on this hole any day. Nothing wrong with that. Coming to hole 17, which used to be hole 1 before they rearranged the layout. So it has a bit more elevation. It's kind of awkward if you're right-handed and throwing a backhand. Just with the way the slope is angling down to the right, it kind of stops your disc from doing any sort of skipping for extra distance. But this is a 345-foot par 3. Pretty bad first shot. Good recovery. Always got a 2-putt. Taking another bogey on the 17th and bringing us to the 18th hole, which is a 239-foot par 3. Nice wide open shot. There are 2 pin positions. This one is in the farther pin position. This lady is also here every time you throw on this hole, so beware. I would say the farther pin position is a lot easier to throw to than the short one. But throwing Firebird again, sidearm, super clean throw. All right, that is gonna do it for me today at Brengle Terrace Disc Golf Course in Vista, California, in San Diego, California. Super nice 19-hole course up in the hills. I finished 2 over, which is honestly my best score here. So luckily I got that on film, which is cool. But yeah, thank you anyone who watched the video. I occasionally stream disc golf on Twitch, so if you want to come by the stream one of these days and say hi, I would appreciate that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next time, take care.